Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I took, before you guys came on and before I started this cast, I took these little holes off the chickpeas. So I took a can of chickpeas. What is this brand? Simple Truth Organic. Does not have to be organic. You can get regular chickpeas. I prefer organic. I also like that this is non-GMO. So, and it was only $1, so it's no more expensive than the other not so great ones. So that's why I went with it. 1103 in Dallas, Melanie says. So I took them and I put them under the water in a strainer, and see all the holes I got off? So this took about a minute. So let's say that takes a minute, okay? And we'll put these in here. The reason we take the holes off is because they make the texture funky. And it's hummus. We want it to be super silky smooth. That's the fun of hummus. Otherwise, people have a hard time eating hummus. Now I'm going to take half my lemon. This is an older lemon, so it's super juicy. And I know technically I should be telling you measurements, but really you have to kind of go with your gut on this. If the lemon is kind of tight and new and not as juicy, you might need a whole lemon. In my case today, I'm only doing a half. I already kind of scooped the seeds out, except for that guy right there. I'm just going to hand squeeze them in here. You can use a citrus squeezer if you prefer not to get it on your fingers. I've got tough cook hands. My kids tease me that I have hands of steel because I can like run them under hot water, and I think it's just that they're so blistered from all these years of cooking. They don't feel anything anymore. See, there's a burn that turned into an opening, and I think I just got lemon juice on it and I can barely feel it. It's so sad, right? Pretty worn out hands. And then I like to use fresh garlic. Oh, you're in Georgia, Teresa. Oh, one of my favorite places. Texas and Georgia are two of my favorite places in the U.S., believe it or not. No wonder I like you guys so much. So I just took one garlic clove for this batch. My kids don't like a lot of garlic. If it was just hubby and I eating this hummus, I would put 2 or 3 cloves in here. Yep, in that little thing. So I like a lot of garlic. This is a brand new jar of tahini, so you can see that the tahini is really runny. That's what you want. That's a good tahini paste. So this is tahini, and this is the brand I got at the grocery store. Tahini's expensive. This was about $8 or $9. But the reason that I'm putting about, by the way, about a half teaspoon to a teaspoon of this. No more than that. It's pretty strong. The reason I don't sweat it, that it's $8 or $9, is because you're going to buy this one jar, and it's going to last you for months, if not a year or 2. And it doesn't go bad, and you keep it in your pantry. You don't refrigerate this. You put it in your pantry. Okay? So it's worth it. See how much there is? I'm going to get batch after batch after batch of hummus out of this. And let's face it, if you buy the hummus new, it's $3 to $5 a tub, right? For a little tub. But when you're getting it like this, you're using this over and over. This costs you next to nothing. And this baby right here was $1. So you can see why it is cost effective to make your own. Especially if you eat it a lot. And by the time you make this, you might eat it a lot because it is delicious. I add about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon or so of olive oil. I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit of salt. A little tiny bit of salt's not going to hurt anyone. I don't care what your cholesterol or blood pressure is. It's when we over salt or we eat salt on everything. You're not supposed to eat salt on everything. And it's when we eat processed foods that are full of salt. I've pre-rinsed these, sorry. So I've taken that 130 milligrams of sodium that was in here. That's pretty much gone off the beans. So just so you know, whenever you use canned beans, rinse them and you'll get rid of that sodium that's on the ingredient label. That's a good tip, right? For no matter what the bean is that you're using it for. So we put in lemon juice, garlic, tiny bit of salt, chickpeas, tahini for the hummus. I am going to put a tiny bit of water. Tiny bit of water. I'm eyeing it because I know how to do this now because I make it every week, but you don't have to eye it. You could try like a couple tablespoons of water. See how the water's sitting right here? So I did water to about there. I might have to add a little bit more of water. I'm using my handy dandy NutriBullet. that's what I like to use to make my hummus. You can use a regular blender. You can use a food processor. Mash it by hand if you don't care about how smooth it is. This is going to get loud. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so I could tell right away, see how chunky it is, that we need more water. So I'm going to add more water before I even try to force it to beat up. Come on now. So let me add another couple tablespoons. How are we doing on time? I'm trying to do this in under 10 minutes. Okay, now I went all crazy with the water. Let me pour a little out. There we go. Just a couple tablespoons. I went a little nutso. Now we're working. We might still need a little bit. I'm also going to taste it because I'm going to see if it needs more of that lemon, okay? Because remember I did less lemon? Oh no, it's pretty lemony. I think all I'm going to do is water. It has so much good taste. That garlic was plenty. You can do that. Just open it up and taste it and see, what does it need? I'm going to share another tip with you in 2 seconds. Hold on. Why is it? In front of you guys, it's acting dumb. Don't you know that's how it's going to do it? And we're on a time limit too. Only our own time limit, right? I'm going to add just a tiny bit of oil, olive oil, because I feel like that might be what it needs to blend up properly, get that silky texture that we're looking for with this hummus. Alright, we're almost done now. I can tell by looking. Dollop of water. Almost done now, okay? And, okay, so here's the tip I was going to share with you. So, oh good, Melanie, we're right on time then. With hummus, you can make it any flavor that you want. So this is my basic recipe. So I'm going to share with you a couple of flavor ideas. Okay, now I want to show you how silky this is. Check this out. So this is the basic. Look at that. Look how silky that is. Look at that. Basic garlic lemon hummus. And here, when I serve it here at the house, oh, let me flip this around so you can see it real good. See it there? Look how gorgeous that is. When I serve it here at the house, look at this. This is our gluten-free crispy sea salt little chip crackers, baked crackers. They're gluten-free. I'm working on gluten-free for a daughter of mine. I'm not gluten-free necessarily, but I'm trying to get there. So these are great. Look at that.